Okay, we're live. Hi,
Yo,
everyone. Welcome back to the Ask Me Anything Sunday session with Jason Gunn. As you can see, we have my good friend Andrew here. The reason why we bring him here is because I got bored of doing this thing alone. No, lah, just kidding.
yeah, yeah.
In fact, this is really the first time we have a guest on our AMA show. Right, I've been doing this for 69 weeks, and just because it's 69, I guess it's good to have somebody on
Yeah.
board over here just to quickly say hi to everyone.
Yes.
Now, but however, the main reason why we are bringing Andrew here is because we are going to have a new AMA on in the Facebook Jumpstart. Wait, Facebook Ads Transformation Facebook group.
I have no idea which group you have in there.
Facebook Ads Transformation. That's my group. That's my group. I
I
think this is
know.
TY, right? Okay, I think this is TY. Wait. I'm not able to, for some reason, I think they are still not allowing us to have this thing over there. Okay, TY is there. TY
Oh,
is
okay.
there, and we have Dor over here. Hey, Doris, what's up? And
Hello.
this is Doris, and this is TY. I'm actually looking at it on my phone over here just to quickly.
Oh, okay. They
Okay,
can't capture the.
they
Yeah.
they have it, but they are not making it. They are not making it very official.
Yeah.
TY say I'm very laggy today,
Yeah. Looks like it,
but
man.
sound okay, right? TY face laggy doesn't matter. Sound
Yeah.
okay, then okay.
The face not
Sound,
important. The audio is very important.
yeah, I think the
Now
audio
that
is more
somebody is
important.
going to the podcast space, the audio is very important.
Yeah, I am. Oh, by the way, talk about podcast, right?
Yes.
Uh, I'm gonna start yet another podcast.
You mean the other one that you're starting? There's another
I
one.
already have another one. Okay, I have already have a one which is like the what do we call the small biz marketing podcast.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna start another one,
Oh, okay.
and I'm filming my first episode tonight with my friend,
All right.
and it's gonna be in Cantonese.
Okay.
Anyone speaks Cantonese?
What's the subject about?
Wait, I'll leave it until the end. I'll make the announcement later on.
Okay,
But
so
today,
stay until the end to hear what is Jason's new podcast.
yeah, GY say audio not sync with the video. Okay, like maybe I close my face, then you will be synced. I'm not sure. Anyway, the reason why I bring Andrew up here tonight is because Andrew is going to host his very own AMA in the Facebook Ads Transformation Facebook group starting next week. Andrew, fill us in
Next
with the
Wednesday.
info. Yeah,
Yes.
next Wednesday. What time?
So it's going to be 8 p.m. every Wednesday for half an hour.
Okay.
And the idea is, I think throughout the almost, close to about 2 years of doing this, there are a lot of questions, all over the place, and it's kind of difficult to actually answer them in post or sometimes even in email. And I think it makes sense to do an MA now. And now that I have more experience, and I think I can also share some real life so-called scenarios to address your concerns. Because I now know that there are different people approaching same thing at Facebook. There are many angles of issues that they face, and to be able to just say one brush to basically pin them all is going to be rather arrogant, and it's not the right way. So what I'm going to do in the AMA is to actually address specifically your questions, and then over time we can then build a library of questions that I can eventually categorize them. So that's the path of or that's the purpose of having AMA, and that is because it's inspired by you. After 69 episode, okay, I finally get where you're going with this.
Yeah, 69 episodes, and not just 69 episodes, to be frank. Because of this AMA, I really have to thank everyone who joined my AMA and asked questions, because without you guys, right, I wouldn't have done my YouTube channel,
Yeah, very
because
true.
my YouTube channel is really built by all these Q&A questions. That's why, because I just completed my YouTube Jumpstart Academy, which is a program where I coach a bunch of entrepreneurs to really build their YouTube channel. One of the things that I totally want them to do, which is like made it like compulsory, is you have to go live. Because going live is not just about building the library, like what you mentioned just now. That's definitely one very important thing, because it allows you to churn content in a very quick way. and a very effective way and in a very authentic way as well.
Yep.
And the most important part is on top of that, it also build the kind of habit where, your audience will expect you to come, and you yourself you will build that kind of habit where, in a way, it's like this is how you build your content moving forward. This is how you build your channel, and it also help people understand. Like one key terminology I was saying, consistency is not told, it's shown. You can only
Very true.
tell you are consistent by being really bloody crazy consistent.
You just got to be present. And
Yeah.
and I think for all of you who have been following Jason, especially if you are in business, obviously, otherwise you won't be running ads. The idea of creating content is a very powerful one moving forward. But the downside is, if you're creating content in a vacuum, that means you're assuming what people want to know, and you're going to spend time, hours, research, and create a damn good content. Here's the truth. It may not fit, or it may not meet the requirements of your prospects or your customers out there. By doing an AMA, which after observing what Jason has done, it seemed to be, to me, is the fastest way to address your concerns of your prospects or your customers, and also to help you build a brand. Plus, your content now is a lot more relevant.
Very true.
So yeah, I would definitely, hopefully with my involvement, I will inspire all of you to eventually do your own AMA.
Yep. I think this is, in a way, in my opinion, the easiest way to establish yourself as an authority in something that you are doing.
Yeah.
Now, we have a question from Mei Chin. Let me bring it up for Andrew. Andrew is asking, Mei Chin is asking, I think this question goes to Andrew. Questions relating to Facebook or email marketing. That's for you.
Facebook.
Oh, this is Doris. No, so Doris, not Mei Chin, Doris. Hi, Doris.
Facebook. When Jason says it's number 2, nobody dares to say it's number 1 already.
Where is such thing? Okay, there are so many experts out there.
As far as in my world, no. I would strictly be doing email marketing.
Right.
That's my little lane. So I'm going to stick with my lane.
Okay, email marketing. So guys, moving forward in the group itself, Andrew will also go live on his own platforms like his YouTube, right? And your LinkedIn, maybe.
Yeah.
Not sure. Okay. So as well as inside this Facebook group. So this is Facebook Ads Transformation group that you're in right now, where you guys are watching this video. So Andrew is going to come in live on Wednesday at 8 p.m. to answer your questions.
Yep.
Okay. So that's about that. And don't go, Andrew, stay here because what we're going to do is we're going to go into the questions that I have. So let me bring up my screen. Yeah. So this is my usual thing, So for the first time, somebody is beside me looking at how I do this thing. So eventually it's a bit stressed. Okay. Okay.
You are not alone.
Okay, where do I put this? I think, because we're not able to do like this. Anyway,
never mind.
So,
yeah,
okay, this will be good lah. This will be good. Anyway, it's good lah. Okay, now, welcome to the Ask Me Anything Sunday night. This is Jason. Basically, what we do, this is what I do every Sunday night. I go live at 10 p.m. Malaysia time, GMT +8. So basically, this is where I answer all the questions that you have posted on my YouTube channel as well as inside this Facebook group. So here's how it works. If you have any questions at all, feel free to post them on my YouTube videos. Any of the videos, I'll be capturing them, and as well as post it in the Facebook group. I will not, at this point of time, I still decide not to answer your questions directly on the comment itself, because a lot of time when it comes to this kind of Facebook ads related questions and stuff, it is quite technical, and I don't think it's effective or efficient in terms of answering in a written form. So rather, I will bring it up here on AMA format like this, where we will answer your questions. Like I would talk to you, I would give you my opinion, I'll give you everything just like that, right? So this is Ask Me Anything, and in case if you are not aware of my little podcast, how can you not? Seriously, I've been sending emails and you miss this. I tell you, you cannot say you are Jason Gun's follower. Okay, it's the Small Biz Marketing Podcast. We are releasing episode 18 right now.
That fast, 18 already.
18. I'm doing daily right now. I'm doing daily. Wow, okay, and I'm keeping it crisp because the way I'm building my podcast is exactly building it as the way I want to consume myself. Because to be frank, I since I started very actively doing podcasts, I also listen to hell a lot of podcasts, and I realized I cannot really stand long form episode,
Yeah.
like things that are at least like anything half an hour and above is not something that I can tolerate. So instead, I'm doing something like within 5 to 10 minutes. I started with 15, but I think now I'm tuning it to about 5 to 10 minutes.
That sounds like a sweet spot. 5 to 10.
Yeah, so 5 to 10 minutes, I just give you one point, one idea, or one something. And now I'm actually having a better situation right now because I get to meet a lot of people every day, not physically, but virtually. I have a lot of cases. So from there, I probably will get asked questions about entrepreneurship. I get asked questions about advertising and analytics. So this is where I'm actually doing a lot of. So fundamentally, the Small Biz Marketing podcast is evolving in a way I can see it could become a really a center for Jason Gunn to share my thought on marketing, entrepreneurship, and business as a whole. So this is what I'm actually building this for. And yes, I do have a plan for 1 year down the road and even 3 years down the road. It is definitely bigger than podcast, but I'm actually doing experiments with all these things one step at a time. So guys, scan this QR code. Make sure a few things, okay? Compulsory to rate 5 star. I don't care. Okay, whether you like it or not, I don't care. All right. And
Or whether you listen or not, never
I don't
mind.
care.
Yeah.
And give me some review if there's anything, because rating and review is definitely going to help my podcast get noticed and get discovered by more people who might find this useful. So this is a vote of confidence for me.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
And if you have any questions regarding the podcast or any topics you want me to cover, okay, please bring it to my what was that? Bring it to my what inbox? Anything, just drop me a message so that I can do something about what you want to do. Right? So we have a few questions already captured over here. Before that, I can already see some questions coming in. We have Chiwai, we have wait, is it Tate or Tate? I should be Tate, right? I have Tate Chong is here.
Let's see.
Let me know if I pronounce your name correctly. Yeah, I'm sorry if I don't. But then again, let me go through the questions here first. Then I'll come back to yours over here. All right, guys, let's go through a bit. Now, the first question I have here is from Vivian. Now, Vivian is asking, where can I set product sets? Now, Vivian is dropping this comment or this question on my video, which is this is a free training that some of you probably have gone through. It's the beginner's guide to CPaaS. Okay, so this is the video talking about how to use CPaaS in the effective way, which is like a very comprehensive training, good enough for people to start and understand what is that all about. So back to the question about creating product sets. First thing first, if you have CPaaS, that means you are given access by either Shopee or Lazada to connect the inventory of the catalog of your Shopee store or Lazada store to your Facebook ads account. So the benefit of it is you are able to run ads to retarget, first thing, to retarget people who actually visited and did not buy, or even retarget people who bought, and to use a lot of data. And also the most important thing is you're able to see if your advertisement is bringing your store any direct conversion, because the attribution and tracking will directly come back to your Facebook ad account. So that's a very important thing. If you're selling on Shopee and Lazada, if you still don't have CPaaS, aim for that. I wouldn't be able to tell how to get CPaaS. The only way is you have to ask. If you have an account manager, then please do ask them. If you don't, then ask somebody in your respective countries, because we know that in Malaysia, you can apply now. There are certain forms. In Singapore, I'm not sure. Philippines, I don't think so. Because Shopee is not that easy to get. But in Thailand, it's like any Tom, Dick, Harry can get CPaaS. So depending on where you're in. So yeah, that's the case. All right, so let me bring you in to look at to answer Vivian's question, which is about how to create a product set. First thing first, you have to go to your commerce manager. You click on this in your business manager. You go down all the way. This is the commerce manager. Okay, and then you go in, then basically you'll be able to look at all the products available. So just choose the product set, which you would usually see something Shopee, CPaaS, catalog, or something like that. I don't know, something like that. So with that, then you'll be able to go into your product. Then in the product interface itself, you'll be able to create your product sets. Okay, so as this thing is totally always forever slow, we just gotta wait for it a little bit. So very simple. The moment you're in, this is the overview, and the thing that you'll be doing here is you go into sets. Okay, so I don't want to wait for this to load. I'm just going to directly click into the sets, and then we will go into the product set settings. All right, and basically this is how it works. So here, so all you need to do is just click create set, and basically I usually go by manual select items because yeah, so this is my way of doing this. So you go in manual select items, then you'll be able to create product set based on the products that you have. So you can do whatever combinations that you want over there. All right. Okay, now that's Vivian's question. Let's come back to this. Okay, Vivian, I hope I answered your question. Thanks for that. So guys, on top of that, feel free to drop your questions. I can see Jean is here. What's up? And drop your questions and come back to your questions right after I finish. Another 2 more to go. Don't worry. Okay. Now, then we have this from Tumbi. Okay, Tumbi Polama. I'm not sure where you are from. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Apology if I don't. So, Tumbi is posting this question on my video about how to become a marketing partner. Okay, so Tumbi is saying if you can't access the partner program. Now, there are 2 situations. If you can't access your partner program, first, do you have the partner program in the first place? If you don't, you need to apply. All right. So recently, I was actually approached by an agency owner from Iraq. I don't know how you pronounce that. I would say from my perspective, I've been pronouncing it Iraq. Apology if I pronounce it wrongly. And what happened is he has been trying to get this partner program to become a Meta marketing partner. Okay, but the problem here is it was only recently launched in Iraq, so he doesn't. I mean, probably they're still processing the application and whatnot, so it will still take some time. I remember I applied, I think sometimes in 2017 or 16, and I only got this sometime in 2020. So yeah, it actually takes time. And to be frank, the partner program is not launched in every countries in the world yet. So you probably have to wait a little bit if you're just entering because my friend from Iraq asked me to ask my account manager to see if I'm able to help him. The answer is no, because he was asking if he opens a company in some other countries, would that help? The answer is no. You will still go back to where you are accessing the program from. So that's what I was told. But then again, this is what's happening. Yeah.
The partner programs are rolled out by selected countries. So it's basically, it's not like across all countries. They will select obviously based on the ad spend and also the activities there.
Correct.
And the second thing about Facebook is this: although Jason may be a Facebook grandmaster, if you want to call him, and he may have contacts and all, but the way Facebook or Meta is being organized is extremely siloed.
Oh yes.
So even within HQ itself, the customer support, the account, the business, they basically don't get to, they are not integrated. And from a business management standpoint, it makes sense because you get to do, basically command and basically divide and conquer and manage certain information. The second thing is also to manage so that nobody have an upper hand because you have better connections. But from us as a user, that's why normally when you have your Facebook has an issue, when you send to your account manager, it will take time because it's going through different layers, and in between them also they don't know each other. So that's kind of difficult to get things done.
Right. So thanks, Andrew. That's correct. So basically, there are a lot of things that we don't know. So you just have to wait for it a little bit. So this is the first scenario, which is if you are not yet a partner, the only way is to apply. So I actually gave you this link. I will give you this link. This is what we call the facebook.com/FBP. Okay, it's now called Meta Business Partners, but it's still FBP, not MVP. What the hell? That's the problem. What are you gonna do? Because at one point I lost access to my partner program as well. So you know what happened? Actually, they reset the whole thing. So what you need to do is if you are already a partner, all you need to do is if you come back to this, go to FBP, facebook.com/FBP. What you would do is you need to click sign up and apply, something like that. You need to go through the sign up and apply process. Then you will regain access to your partner center. If you are already a partner, then you have access to it. If you don't, then of course it's just application. So that's for Thambi's question. All right, all the best. And to be frank, becoming a partner is just one thing, and in fact, yeah, you get some support, but it's not really the most important thing. And just get your campaign done right. Okay. Now, the last question that I've captured on my YouTube channel is a question from Joanne. Now, Joanne is asking, can you use mobile phone for computations in the exam? So apparently, Joanne is asking this question on my video talking about how to prepare for Facebook. Now, no longer Facebook, it's Meta Blueprint Certification Exam.
So confusing, man.
Well, so don't worry, Joanna. You don't need to, because eventually, when you are taking the exam via the Pearson View, View, whatever. So there is a software, there is an app that you need to install on your computer so that you can take the exam under the proctored environment, where there will be somebody watching you taking the whole exam. And eventually, if you need a calculator, there will be an on-screen calculator. Don't worry about that. Yeah, you can just click and the calculator can come up and you can just click and do your calculation over there. So there'll be on-screen calculator. No, you're not allowed to touch your phone. You're not allowed to touch anything. You're not even allowed to leave the camera. If you leave, then you'll be disqualified right away. So yeah, don't worry about that, Joanna.
That sounds stressful, man.
Yeah, don't worry, chill. It's a fun thing to do. So go ahead. Yeah, it's a fun thing to do. So just go ahead. All right. And yep, that's what we have over here. Let me bring this down first before we go any further. And I would like to get some questions coming from you guys. Okay.
So how do they actually send questions to you through your respective platforms?
They just ask any questions on my YouTube channel.
Oh, so it's on your YouTube channel,
yeah,
not on the Facebook ad transformation group questions.
Yeah. No. Ads transformation, I rarely get questions on my ads transformation. I get more questions on my YouTube channel. So,
but I like I agree with your idea that it's better that if you have questions, especially if you have for my AMA, which is on the email marketing, is to send them in advance, because there are two ways of doing it. Either we respond on the spot, but it becomes very surface. It's not well thought through. It may not be entirely relevant to your situation or question. But if you send it in advance, then it increases the level of quality of answers and a bit more thoughtfulness that goes into it, rather than just, okay, this is what you're going to do.
Yep.
So end of the day, that's what you want, isn't it? You want solutions or you want answers. So I think this is something moving forward I would do for now. So if they're going to send questions,
drop you a message on Facebook. How about that? Yeah, you can drop Andrew a message on Facebook or LinkedIn.
Or you DM me on LinkedIn. If you're on LinkedIn, DM me on LinkedIn, because I spend more time there. If not, then you DM me on Facebook.
Okay, so that's how we do. Okay. All right,
for now.
So yeah,
until then we reiterate along the way.
Don't worry, I think all this iteration and evolution is really something that is continuous. Yeah. Okay, now question from Chiwai. You are my thought. It seems that the new algo rollout where the campaign objective changes and optimized, it is only offered to recently created accounts, and it seems the results are better. Any thoughts? I am on both. Okay, I have some accounts that are still old, and I have some accounts that are already new. And no, you don't need to have a new account to have the new arrangement. Now, what happened? Chiwai, I mean, let me fill you in the context of whatever Chiwai is asking right now. Facebook is changing the format, as in like the page where you choose the objective. Okay, so last time we used to have 11 objective. Now some accounts are still having the 11 objective layout. And the new layout is now having 6 objectives. So they group things together. I've went through the whole thing. In fact, we still have as many objectives, which we can achieve all the things that like before. It's just that they rearrange the thing. According to them, it makes it a lot easier for people to understand. So, well, it's totally arguable. Anyway, so in fact, what happened is, when they first roll out to the account that I oversee, a lot of feature was messed up. In fact, at one point,
There
it
you
was
go.
really, really buggy. So that's the problem. To answer Chiwai's question, my short answer is I don't see any difference because they are still using the same thing. And in fact, right, I really want to push on this further. Nothing on the algo side has changed. Not that I know of. Because to be frank, right, when it comes to Facebook advertising, I mean, we can agree to disagree. This is really me. I really believe that algo doesn't affect advertising.
No idea.
Yeah, the algo is only the constantly changing algorithm is really on the newsfeed. As in, if you are depending on the organic, then the algo is evolving and constantly changing because they want to keep on surfacing whatever that is working for the audience and all that. But on the advertising side, I think the optimization is really to help you get more results. That's the only algo.
But they're also removing certain
Yeah,
audience
that's
sets, right?
detailed targeting
Interest,
settings.
detailed targeting
Some
settings. Yeah.
interest. That one also no big deal. Eventually, they have been doing it anyway for the longest time.
Okay.
I think they remove a lot. They have been removing anyway. So that's what happened.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Chiwai, that's my take. Thanks for the
Alright.
question. Then back to this Tate's question. Now, Tate is asking, if T2 has high CPM and frequency, what would we do? Should we wait until T2 has enough audience before running, or should we run it right away along with T1? Two questions over here. Let me answer you one by one. I'll take the second question first. The answer is, if you're launching the two-step funnel, T1 and T2 goes out simultaneously. Because the logic here is this: the moment you are interested and you click on the advertisement and you go to my website, if you don't buy, you should start seeing the retargeting ad immediately, not wait until 7 days later. And if you are not having enough audience, the only way is you need to push your T1, or you release to target to release the so-called the restriction, as in like the retargeting settings. Instead of maybe 50%, release it to 25% video view, so you can have more people coming in. That can help you bring in more audience for your T2 to start running. So that's the first question. Both will come out simultaneously, and you have to launch it right away because you want to create a kind of like T1 touch T2 right away. So that's the connection. Now, the first question you have, Tate, here is about if you have high CPM and frequency on T2, the only way, there are two ways to do this, okay? Not only way, two ways actually. First, reduce budget if you are spending too much. Okay, remember we have 80-20 rule. We only spend 20% on our tier 2. So if your tier 2 is not having enough audience and if you're spending too big, then eventually the frequency is going to come up, and the frequency come up is going to affect the CPM anyway. We are not really afraid of high CPM on T2. However, we need to monitor the frequency. That's the very important thing. So the other way to do this is bring in more people to your T2. So when you have more audience coming into your T2, the CPM is going to come down, and then eventually the frequency is going to be balanced off because they have more people to serve the advertisement, so the frequency won't be that high. You get the logic? So Ted, I hope this is something that we can help you with. If you need help, Ted, you know that I have this one-on-one audit. You can actually either you sign up, or there is a fee anyway. Or now we are having some, it's really like helping more friends right now. You can actually apply to my Jumpstart program and you get this one-on-one audit for free, a quick one. So let's go take a look at your campaign. And if you want to ask more about my Jumpstart, it's actually my coaching program, a 3-week coaching program where I will work alongside with you, build your campaign with you, and optimize and analyze with you. So that's my signature coaching program. If you want that, go to tripupacademy.com/jumpstart. tripupacademy.com/jumpstart and go for that. Okay, Tate? Yep. Yeah, let me see. We have
A couple more questions.
We have more questions though. I'm gonna overrun a bit tonight. Okay, guys, if you don't mind, So let's see. Chiwai was saying you need to install software. That's correct. Thanks, Chiwai. And Chiwai is saying they even want you to see you to scan the room. Yep, that's how it works. Everything must be there. Okay. I think this is Jean saying that you're still having the old one. Don't worry.
Me too. Don't worry.
Don't worry about that. So this is another question from Tate, if I'm not mistaken. Ted is asking, can one ad account run ads for multiple pages or one ad account for each page? My preferred way is one ad account, one page. Because I will assume that you're running this for different businesses. You want to have different billing. Second is you want to dedicate an account to one business so that the accumulated information or the whatever data will be very much focused on the business itself. So that's my take. And if you're running this as an agency, then definitely you should actually break different ad account for different client. Yeah. So that's what I have. And let's see. Okay, now this is from who? This is from Chi. If to maybe it's just a psycho thing that is behaving better and it happened to deliver more result for your case. I mean,
hey, you should be happy, man, if it's delivering more
as long
results.
as you get good result, happy.
Don't care.
Yeah, whether it's an algo or the whatever, you are lucky. So keep doing it.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely,
we don't try to dig out. As long as you know the numbers is really in your favor, then it's awesome. Just bloody enjoy that.
Yes. While you can.
Yeah. Wait. Let's see. I think
Bob is in the house.
Bob is in the house. What's up, Bob? Wait. A bit jumbled up over here. My question. Jin helps me with this. Thanks, Jin. And travelacademy.com/jumpstart. That's where you go.
Okay.
And this is Bob. Have recently tried Facebook ads for B2B. It's very expensive cost per lead. What's your thoughts on this? B2B campaigns looking to reach enterprise C-suites. Wow. Okay, very simple, Bob. The way I look at this, okay, now you're a Facebook ads expert as well. Let's bounce ideas on this one. Very simple. The way I look at this is when you're running ads on Facebook, you can't really get very niche because first thing first, if you're talking about C-suites, right? If I understand Facebook ads targeting the right way, it's very difficult for you to point to people with C-suites unless you go for the occupation and whatever. If you go that route, the audience is gonna be super duper niche. So when the audience is very, very small, the CPM is gonna come up. The CPM is gonna be expensive because very hard to reach them. So when CPM comes up, everything will follow. You're gonna have very low clicks. You're gonna have a lot of eventually when you have lesser clicks, then has lesser results. So my way of running this is instead, I wouldn't confine it to C-suites, Bob. I don't know what kind of campaign that you're running, but in my opinion, like even for my case, I'm running for my weekly workshop. I actually go slightly broader. You need to maintain a good number of audience size within your campaign or your ad set so that it will have better learning. And maybe, I don't know, the way I look at this is I wouldn't go such niche. And to be frank, right, that kind of niche on Facebook may not be effective because to be very frank, this is my opinion, C-suites don't come back to Facebook though. I don't think they will come back to Facebook often though. So I don't think Facebook is a very good place to run this kind of ad. If that is that specific. My take, Bob.
I have an opinion which is not statistically proven, but generally Facebook is a personal, so-called a personal kind of platform. So very likely that, and the only way for Facebook to know that this guy is in the C-suite is, and if they put it inside the profession or when they were signing up for the account, right? In most cases, the C-suites people or the C-level people won't do that. It becomes just a personal place. So it will be a lot more difficult to target them.
Yep. So may not be the right place, I would say, if that kind of niche.
Yeah.
So, Bob, hope we answer your question, but thanks for that. Thanks for dropping by. And we have another question from Tate asking, will Evergreen CPaaS campaign run alongside campaign for big event? It depends. If you have the bandwidth, I would say you can scale down CPaaS on the day itself or the day before on 11/11 or 12/12, and then you scale it back. I mean, we can always throttle the budget, remember? So you can always do your adjustment. So basically what I usually do is, when it comes to the big days like that, my clients or my coaching clients will usually scale up their big event campaign and they will reduce. You don't want to completely off it because you want to keep, the momentum going, but you can reduce the budget and you scale it back. So that's what I would do in terms of adjustment. Okay, Tate, thanks for the question. And now we have another one from, this is who? Sam. Sam, Audience Insights is no longer available for the longest time, but it's back.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't know that. It's there, my friend, left there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Not in
let's
its
take a look.
original form, lah.
Yeah, not is in his original form, not is in its original, but it's still pretty much the Audience Insights. Okay, so come back to the Meta Business Manager, click on the hamburger.
You're not
Okay,
sharing
and
the
then
screen, right?
wait, let me bring up the screen.
Yeah, you're not sharing the screen.
Okay, let me bring up the screen. So come to the hamburger in the Meta Business Manager, then scroll. There is this thing called wait, Insights, my friend. You see this Insights? And you click into the Insights, and then you will see something like this. In fact, I would say it retains about 90% of whatever we had in the old Audience Insights.
Oh,
So nothing
that's
wrong.
not too bad.
It's still there. So
see.
Audience
There's no
Insights,
different
they
position.
group it under Insights. So you have Results Insights, Content Insights, and Audience Insights.
Oh,
So the Audience Insights is over here. So all you need to do is just click into the Audience Insights, and you will have it there. Okay. Yeah, there. Audience Insights,
I
current audience,
see.
potential audience, everything is there.
There you go. Well, that's not too bad.
We didn't miss a thing. Okay. Now let me come back to this. Okay. Then Bob said by enterprise, you also mean
I see.
SMB. Okay.
SMEs.
I mean, you just have to look at the audience size. But in my opinion, I still think maybe Facebook is not really the right place. Then this is from who? You guys are in a row, man. So because Andrew is here, you guys want to want to impress him or what the hell?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
They just want to add pressure. I say, Andrew, you better watch
Yeah.
out. When they say you don't know your stuff, you're going to
So
get it.
you guys remember to come and grill Andrew on Wednesday, please. Don't just come here and grill me. Grill Andrew as well. Okay. I think this is the question from Sam. Is the effectiveness of Facebook ads depend also on Facebook page connected to the ads, whether it's new or old page? Not that I know of. You know, a lot of times we totally understand that when you're launching something, you need to create some new pages and all that. For our case, based on my observation, it's not really that connected. That's my opinion. Okay. Now, Jin chip in to Bob's question for the B2B side. Your take is they're still on Facebook surfing around, so it's still good to have presence on Facebook at a lower budget. Yeah, I mean, no harm doing it. But then again, like I said, you know, I agree with Jin. Well, I rarely go to Facebook. I go to Instagram more now. Yeah, but anyway, this is really very personal. Yeah, you can still definitely, this is still a place to hang out. But I would say in terms of audience targeting, maybe we don't want to go that niche. So that's my take.
But yeah, Jin has a point, because it is important to be omnipresent and to have your brand, you know, in whatever platforms that is available. Yeah, obviously you can run it at a lower budget just to maintain a presence. The term is called mental availability. The idea is so that when they think of something, they will think of your brand.
Yep.
And that's how you do it.
That's right. Now, who asked this question? Bob.
Oh, reverse question.
You guys roti canai or what? Come on, man.
Reverse.
That's interesting. So what are your thoughts if buying email lists, let's say at 10,000? Okay, now, in Malaysia and run custom audience, in fact, it's not legal. It's not allowed on Facebook.
It is not legal.
It is
illegal. Okay.
It is illegal, but yeah, it's at your own risk. I wouldn't recommend. You don't want to have your account get blacklisted or even like for whatever reason.
Oh, so, they also have blacklist check one.
They will.
Possible. Yeah.
They will. Possible. They can block. They can report and say that I shouldn't be saying this ad and something like that. So they might. You know. So I wouldn't recommend my take.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't recommend. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But then again, well, Bob, you know, I can't answer. I have to answer it the proper way.
What's the word to be politically correct?
Yeah. I mean, you do whatever you want, man. So, but I wouldn't recommend. That's my take. Okay, Bob? Okay, and what Shiva is saying, happening, right? Seriously, wow. I have another one starting at 11 and you guys are doing this to me. What? Okay. And Andrew is asking, Jean is asking you, Andrew, which CRM has the best automation options? You want to answer now, or you want to keep it to Wednesday?
No, let's keep it to Wednesday.
Okay, Jean, come back on Wednesday at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is I think this is Doris. Okay, Doris is asking True Play. Okay, when you're using video view objective, there is True Play option, which is like you want to get more True Play. Now True Play essentially is when you're running ads on Facebook. True Play is either at least 15 seconds or completing the video. So you will be getting more people to watch up to. So the measurement, in fact, is not much difference. In fact, if you ask me, you're still getting view, but the measurement of per results in your Facebook Ads Manager is calculated by the number of people who watch up to 15 seconds or complete the video, whichever is longer. So if you have a 10 seconds video, then True Play could be means finishing the video. But if you have a 1 minute video, means True Play is as long as somebody watch up to 15 seconds, that's calculated as one. That's True Play on Facebook. Okay, Doris, thanks for the question. Forgot to bring it up, my bad. But yeah, it's actually that.
So you should aim for what, 30 seconds videos?
That's pretty much depends. But I would say True Play because I think Doris' question is really about what is True Play. I think that's really optimizing for 15 seconds. So remember that optimization-wise, Facebook will find more people who are likely to watch video up to 15 seconds. That's a very basic explanation. But then again, when it comes to video, I mean, my take is if you're running for tier 1, then try to keep it short. And for tier 2, it's up to you. I mean, if that's what you are looking for.
Okay.
So that's about the True Play. Okay, thanks for bringing it back, Doris. And this is who? Jane, this is Jane, right? When doing email automations based on dates, you find it very tough for mailer like, okay, then Wednesday then.
Jane, I will explain to you or basically answer you on Wednesday because today is Jason's platform.
Yeah, okay. And Ted is having fun. I mean, thanks for all the questions and participation, really. Although in overrun, I enjoy, but then again, okay, now let me go through this. If you run tiered CPAS campaign 2 weeks before the big event sale, are we expecting the audience initially just add the card since sales happens on the last day only? Yes, the answer is correct. I mean, usually when you're driving up to like 11/11, 9/9, or all this kind of stuff, a week before, maybe not 2 weeks, a week before, people will hold back, maybe up to 2 weeks as well. I mean, as long as if you're not buying something very urgent, you'll hold back until the big day. So that can happen. That can happen. Yeah. So they will have a lot of people add to cart. So it's, yeah, I mean, for some of our exercise, in fact, before the big day, when we run ads, we actually, the call to action in our creative is to get people to add to cart. So we will tell them add to cart and check out on the day, add to cart, because we don't expect people to buy, but then we want them to add to cart because that will trigger our tier 2. Eventually, when it comes to the time, maybe the day before or the day itself, usually the last 48 hours, I would say, we will pump heavily on the tier 2, really focusing on those who actually take an action. So that's how I would do this. Okay, Ted, thanks. Yeah, I think Jean is also saying beware. That's right. Yeah, and this is Chiwa is also saying wouldn't recommend. You're not an angel, I know. Okay. So yeah, I mean,
well,
so
you guys are.
Yeah, you guys know what to play, huh? Okay, now it's this is also another one from let's see. Okay, this is from Jean. Is there a ratio you look between 3-second view, 15 seconds, 25 to know the video is good to drop? Definitely. I mean, in terms of ratio, I mean, I think this is very, very, very subjective to the situation.
Yeah, you need context for it.
We need a better context, but I would say we would definitely monitor the ratio. But it also, I mean, the context would be very, because based on the length of the video, how you produce the video, and what are the things that are being delivered earlier, and eventually which part of the video has the punching line or the important information. All these we will take into consideration. So yeah, I hope I answered the question, Jin. But yes, we do monitor, but I wouldn't use a specific ratio, but rather we will look at the general drop-off rate. If it's really bad, jumping out like deep dive from 3 seconds to 10, then you know that it's crappy. That's my take. Okay, Jin. And okay, now, who's this? True Play. This is, I think, from Jin. Thanks, Jin. And Bob is saying you guys are having fun here.
Glad to know, man.
You guys don't want to let me go out.
Glad to
Okay,
know, man.
right. Well, my take, I prefer landing page up to now. All right, my take. Because here's my opinion, strictly my opinion. My opinion is in the past 2 years, if there's anything happen, I would call this the accelerated digital evolution. Behavior has changed tremendously. And people have seen way too many ads during this period of time. In fact, way before, the lead gen has been bombarding us like crazy. And now, because people are more educated about digital things, and they expect better things, and I would say at this point of time, based on my observation, landing page works better because it gives people the kind of certainty, and it builds trust as well.
I agree.
Yeah.
And the landing page gives us a lot more. Oh, for me, is it gives me a lot more flexibility to actually change my landing page depending on the performance of the ads. So it's a matter of like, within the same period, if I find if not working, then it could be the landing page, and I will change the ad copy or whatever it is, and then I will roll it out immediately without affecting the ad. So the ads can run, my landing page can change almost instantaneously, just to respond to basically how the situation is with the ad results.
Yep. I think this is coming from Chiwai also. He said, like lead gen form is really getting crappy. Messaging WhatsApp is better. So, of course, landing page gives a better quality leads. That's actually totally agree. Yeah. And people are not afraid of filling up forms right now. And it gives also more information. Also.
You got to tell more better story when you go on a landing page as opposed to a lead gen. Unless you're branded possible, then people know.
Yep. Okay. Now, Sam has this. This is Sam, right? If I'm not mistaken. Sam is asking how to understand better the audience interest, behavior settings, whether it's accurate to target audience, any method to test. Well, this is very deep, to be very frank. Yeah. Okay. To me, I don't really use a lot of detailed targeting. You know what you're getting because eventually the more you add, the more complex it is. So the way I do this is I usually go back to my lookalike audience. If I can have a high quality lookalike, I will use lookalike. And I don't really use the detailed targeting much anymore for my own campaign. And as you know, my method now is, when I do my coaching, I am no longer advising people on the detailed targeting anymore because I'm more on my strategy. So there are so many different school of thoughts when it comes to detailed targeting. I would say as long as you know what you're doing, that's my take, to be frank. I can't really go to these questions because whatever I say may not be the right thing, but whatever for me that is working for me is working for me. So you need to find a balance. But my opinion is this, if you are not really, like, let's say one thing that I would totally vote against is, like, the other day I was just, going through a coaching with, like a client, which is like they split 20 ad sets and each one spent $1 and trying to figure out which detailed targeting or which audience targeting or which whatever interest that you're saying is the better one. But here's the thing. If you're spending $1 a day, it will not be learned enough to give you a very justifiable result. So even you see some has crappy results, some has crappy click-through rate and all that, but it doesn't have enough size to give you this really as a solid outcome that you should rely on. So rather, I would say let's group together and go broad, let the campaign learn, because this is what I think. We're not trying to prove which detailed targeting works better. No, we're trying to prove which way works better to get our campaign more results. So I wouldn't go that angle anymore. That's what I would do.
Especially with iOS 14 and 14.5.
Yeah.
It becomes a little difficult for Facebook to capture the real audience.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what Okay. Jean is saying you find lead gen to be rather weird. Yeah, it happens. Oh, okay. Let me bring this screen down. Yeah. So it happens. Okay. So yeah. And this is from Mei Chin. Is it recommended to have two different services T1 ads in a folder if both sharing T2 ads? Is it recommended to have two different T1 ads? Different services as in different products that you're targeting in different T1, meaning that you're targeting different audience. You have T1A, T1B, and both are coming back to the same T2. I think that's okay. I mean, the way we group this together is as long as it's under the same objective, we will group it together because we don't want to mess it up. So you can have T1 and T2 coming together in the same, even though you have two T1 targeting two different audiences or two different products or two different services, but both come back to your T2. If your T2 is universal, then it's general for everyone else who have seen anyone, they can see this. That's my take. Yeah.
So looks like episode 69 is a 1 hour show, man. You've just broken your record.
You guys. Yeah.
There you go.
So who is this? Never been a fan of it since day one, but it's good to start quick, yeah. All right.
See,
and
never been a
Bob
fan
say
since
cool
day
stuff.
one,
Do you have preferred country for Facebook ads, cost per lead, etc.? Cost per lead, you will love Philippines. Yeah, you will love Philippines. Go there.
I think there was this Facebook tool that allows you to actually check, right? Remember?
You don't need that actually. I can tell you if you're talking about the Southeast Asia region. In fact, Philippines, powerful, powerful. Okay, yeah. Just to direct question, you talk about how to get lower cost per lead, right? Yeah, Philippines.
But what if your target is not Philippines?
Yeah, I mean, you're asking which country. So I'm just answering his question directly. Okay, don't get me spin around. I need to complete this soon, wait, guys. Hold on.
I'm enjoying
next
this,
week, wait, please.
I'm enjoying this.
Today's audio is very engaging. One of the best MA yet.
I know.
You guys are having fun.
Today,
I know.
right place at right time or something.
Yeah, just because Andrew is here, right?
I've got nothing.
Oh, Bob has the context. Hong Kong, SG, Malaysia cheaper.
Oh yeah,
Malaysia
Hong Kong is
cheaper.
crazy, man. Hong Kong is a lot more expensive than SG, trust me.
Correct. Hong Kong is. I think Hong Kong and Singapore. I think both can compete. It's about the same.
Japan is obviously the highest.
Yeah. Okay, then Tate, this is a question from Tate. Tate. In my course, I mentioned that you can use traffic or purchase for tier 1. Which should we run first? Well, I would say if you ask me right now, my answer is still the same. It's either one works. But since you already have CPass, right, I would drive all the way to CPass. I would drive all the way to catalog. Use catalog is CPass. There's no longer a question about conversion or traffic already. CPass means you go direct to the conversion using the catalog. Okay, all right. Since you guys are having fun up to now, right? I really want to bring this back. I don't care. I answer so many questions of you. Everyone, compulsory to go and download and whatever, listen to an episode and give me 5-star rating.
Yeah. Even if you don't listen, just give me 5 stars.
I don't care. Okay,
just
this is the Small Miss Marketing Podcast by Jason. Scan this QR code, listen to it. Either it's on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. I don't care. Give me 5-star rating. Okay, that's my wait. You guys have to give me something back.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I'm having fun. I hope you do. Okay. So the big announcement that we have tonight is really Andrew is going to have his AMA on Sunday night at 8 p.m. every Sunday. Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday at 8 p.m. where he will go live for half an hour or maybe more to answer questions about your email marketing related challenges. So bring it on. Meet him there inside this Facebook group as well, Facebook Ads Transformation. Yeah. And also, I believe Andrew will be,
I'll be testing on LinkedIn and whatever platform is, But Jin, I will have your answers by Wednesday.
Yep. Correct. So what link, Jin? What link you want? This is the link. Scan this QR code. Scan.
Scan the QR code.
Faster go. Okay. Bob says subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thanks. Oh yeah. Since By the way. I'm just gonna drop you guys an information. Where we're gonna give you more information on Wednesday and on the Three Marketeers show. I'm launching a new podcast and a YouTube channel, and it's gonna be in Cantonese, only for those who can understand Cantonese. And this is me and my friend going live together to do some funny things together. No hold bars, since we are all adults here. Somebody's asking how to give 5-star rate, more than 5-star. Just keep giving more 5-star and get everyone else to give 5-star. Okay? So, okay, my new podcast in Cantonese will be called. What was the name already?
Yeah.
Wait.
No horse bar. Yeah.
Wait. I have the word one.
Is PG-13 rated or
無屌原則.
Holy shit. That's adult category already, man.
Definitely adult. Okay. You're gonna see different side of Jason over there. And me and my friend, we will be mainly discussing about career, entrepreneurship, building a business, anything that is really something that we are interested. So I'm gonna film my first episode in about 5 minutes time together with my friend, and I will be announcing the link on Wednesday night in the 3 Marketing Show because he's gonna be our guest this week.
Oh, nice. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. My new podcast is who? My new podcast is gonna be in Cantonese.
Yes, this is the angry version of Jason.
Yeah. Okay. It's called 無屌原則.
I like the title, man. I like the title.
Yeah. Okay. Bob said
How do I do
in
it in English?
I don't know, man. That's why. Yeah, and this is what this no F principle, something like that, right?
No F principle, no F integrity, no F principle.
Yeah,
I think it's no
something
F
like that. So basically, 冇屌原則啦，就係乜撚都講啦嚇。So you come over and talk to me.
This could be fun. This is my area of language. Okay,
yeah, man.
Cool. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, Bob is saying, yeah, 一定收聽. And somebody said, 冇得頂. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gotta come, man. Gotta come. Yes. Okay. 冇撚原則，冇屌原則. Okay, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Enjoying tonight. Really love you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate that. And I hope I answered all your questions. And remember, if you have more questions, come back next week. Post it everywhere. Let me know. And this is it. Thank you so much, guys. Remember, come back on Wednesday night for Andrew. And this is it. Thanks for joining this episode of AMA. This is episode 69. And I'll see you next week. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Take care. Bye-bye.